English-Gurenɛ Lesion by Abdiya Martin, 2025. Daily greetings. Daru Puogo. English and then Gurenɛ. When you are greeting in the morning, you normally say good morning, good morning. And in Gurenɛ, you say Bulika, Bulika. Good afternoon, Unterna, Unterna. Good evening, Ranyora, Ranyora. Good night. Good night, we have other options. Like one, you could also say that one, you don't translate it direct. You don't have one way of saying it. So you can decide to say yin or win. This Y can also be W. Win, depending on the dialect. Yin, one boto, bison, or a yellow songer, boto, or yin, one guard to songer. All these can be good night. Maybe you are sitting with somebody and then you are now going to sleep and you want to goodbye. Like as you say in English, good night. These are other options that you can be said in Gurenɛ. Good. Let's say them again. You know, I'm going to bison. I am song about it. You see, they sound like, it sounds like O, but this is S. S. It means S. So you can't change it to any other vowel. It's like that, but the pronunciation sounds like O, boto, because of this O here. It is forcing to make this one to also sound the same, but it must be written this way. Then, yin one garto songa. Good. Now, how to respond in Gurenɛ greetings? How to respond? So let's see how we usually respond in Gurenɛ. Now, the Puogo, Lerugo, the Sahago. The greetings is Puogo. The responses is either Lerugo or Sahago. Any of them is correct. So, if the greets, you also respond. So I'm poor, so to Lerugo, Sahago. Good. So let's take the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. Bulika, Interna, Ranyora. All the three greetings, they have the same responses. And the responses could be either na, na ba, yo, or So these are the responses. However, the first two are more important in the sense that if a chief, normally in our tradition, when you are seated and somebody comes to meet you, that person must meet you first, no matter his position. Even if the person is a chief, he or she, or a queen mother, he or she will have to greet you first. Or he is your father, he will even greet you first. Once you are seated and the person has come to you. Good. So, if an elderly person, or a chief, or a queen mother, or the landowner comes to greet you, you don't respond the last two. You must respond using na. or naba. The other two, the last two is such that that one could be your colleague or somebody whom you don't even want to talk to. Normally the last one, you just greet, you respond to show that you don't like his greetings or her greetings. Possibly you people have fought before, and in our tradition, no matter how, when you meet, you must greet. So if the person greets you and you don't like his greetings or her greetings, sometimes these are especially the last one. That's how you respond. And you even make it as if you just make it clear to the person that you are only responding, that you are not in for conversation with him or her. Good. So these are the responses and their way of responding. Other greetings. Ko go to say it. Ko go to say it. Other greetings. Ko go to say it. One, the two, when you are at work or after work. At work or after work. Tuma poor, the tuma bago, the tuma poor. Tuma bago, the tuma poor. Tuma poor. That is somebody tuma poor if you are at work or if you are just finished work and you are relaxing. Good. So, number of people. That is, if one person is at work and you want to greet the person, you either say Otoma or you repeat it. You repeat the Toma and it will be Otoma Toma. Otoma Toma. You know, I've always said that this one, you can, as it is beginning the letter, the word, you can decide to say fo. But most often, when it is in the middle of a word, you don't say fo. You have to say ho. The sound of H. Good. And even if it is at the third position, you can still decide to sound it as the H. Good. Now, so you can either say Otoma once or Otoma Toma. The Toma Toma will repeat. Otoma Toma. And that's how you greet one person. Then the response, that person will also respond the same as what has been discussed earlier. Na, ba, yo. Good. Let's go further. Then, if it is one person, but after work, the person has just finished work and he is now relaxing. You saw that he was sweating, that's why he said Tuma Tuma. Now he has come to relax. So when he comes back to relax, and it's one person, you now say Hofara or Hofara Fara. These are the two again. So you will have to either say it once, Hofara, or you repeat the Fara. And that is where history has told us that because of these greetings, you have been called Frafras. That's how we came by the name Frafras. Good. Now the responses are the same. Always, the responses are the same. So na, ba, yo. Now if they are in group working and they are in group at work, you use ya instead of ho. They are toma. So when they are at work, they are toma, or they are toma if you want to repeat the toma. They are toma. The response is still the same response. The same responses. Good. Now, in a group, the group has finished work and they have come to relax, especially when it's farming, they will farm and then after they want to relax before they continue. So when they come back and they're relaxing for a while to continue, and you come to meet them, then you say, Yafara, or you repeat it, you repeat the fara, and you say, Yafara fara. Even sometimes, when you see that they are worked hard, you can even add the fara fara several times. Yafara fara 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 fara. Just to please them that you are appreciating what they have done. And they will also respond the same way. Nah, nah, ba, yo. But here, the yo might not be there because once they are in a group, the person that is greeting all of you. So most often they use the two. Nah or nah, ba. Okay. And if the person is younger than all those in the group working, then they respond, that will be to show that he is below their standard. It's not up to it's not their age mate, it's small. That doesn't mean that when a small person comes and has sense and he sees that he or she sees that you have worked hard and you are now relaxing, he or she must breathe. And your response may not go with the na and the naba because the person is younger than all of you at work. Now, number 3, during festivals or festivities. Now, that one we say Kirhi Sang. Greetings during festivals. Kirhi Sang. Kirhi. Festival is Kirhi. Or festival is Kirhi. No. Kirhi doesn't have plural. Whether it's singular is Kirhi. Plural is Kirhi. Maybe you may need to add Kirhi Doma. That will make it more plural. Then, one of the Kirhi is Christmas. Christmas. And we call Christmas Buria. 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 So let's see the greetings and responses. If it's one person who Buria, then the response here, the response is no more like the other responses. If you say Buria, then the person will respond. Sorry, you know one ama to make Puhora. You know one ama to make Puhora. That means next year by this time it will be greeting again. That is the response to Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. When you say Happy Christmas, that is Uburia. It's Happy Christmas, Uburia. And the response is, you know, Nama to make Puhora. You know, Nama to make Puhora. Then, if they are in a group and you want to greet them, then you use instead of Po, you use Ya. Yaburia. And the response is the same. You know, Nama to make Puhora. Good. Let's move to New Year. New Year. New Year is Yumpale. Yumpale. New Year is Yumpale. So, greetings to over. One person. Who Yumpale. Then, the same. Yunonama is Lepura. Yunonama is Lepura. Next year by this time, they should be alive and greeting again. Then, group. Yayumpale. Yayumpale. So, you see that the difference is just Fo and Ya. Ya is plural and Fo is singular. So, the greetings stands the same. So, Nonama Lepura. Now, chief, queen mother, and landowner. Naba, Bungazin, be poor Naba. You can either say Bungazin or poor Naba. Then, Kindana, landowner, Kindana. Now, if it's one person, you are to greet the chief. If you get to the chief palace or wherever you meet the chief, you are to greet first. Except that if you are on the way and you meet at a point, you're all walking opposite directions, and you come to meet at a point, you have to greet the chief, and your greetings will be nah. You can decide to then to show some sign of respect, indicating that the person is a chief, or the person is a queen mother, or the person is a landowner. These people, you don't greet them like good morning or the liquor and the rest. No, you have to just start with the word nah. Then the chief can decide to say because you are below, you are not of colleagues, even no matter how. He is a chief, so he will not respond nah again. He doesn't respond with nah again. Except maybe there are two chiefs that have met, and then they can decide to respond nah. Good. Now, whether it is one person or their group of people or group of chiefs or queen mothers or whatever, you need them to still have to just say nah. If you want to add anything, and if you want to add the morning, the nah must come first before you say nah Bilika, nah Return, nah Ganyore, and so on. So that you cannot just say Bilika without the nah. Good. Let's move to a stranger. Sana. When a stranger comes and the stranger greets whatever greeting he is greeting, you want to greet the stranger, then if the stranger is one person, you have gone to somebody's house, you are going to meet a stranger in that house. So how will you greet the stranger? You say Zare. That means you have not, there is a meaning for it, but because language transforms, so the very first meaning should be Tuzare means you have been far away from each other, you have been far away for long, but because language has transformed, they just say it's Tuzare, so that should have been the meaning. Anyway, so once it is always said Tuzare, you understand that you are welcome. And the stranger, you say welcome, Tuzare, and the responses are the same, yo, now, depending on the person greeting. If they are in a group, if there are two or more strangers, then that will say Yazare, that the greeting still stands. Good. So, to all it take color, and to all the sacred die, the talk, Woko, people will say. All what you have said is just short greetings. We will have some greeting that prolongs more than these type of greetings. So we can call that one long greetings. So the next time we meet, we'll look at that one. So towards the sick dare ye tora woko mpuzi to towards the sick dare ye tora woko mpuzi sorry mpuzi. So when we meet in the next lesson, we'll now look at the long greetings. Mpoya la hokelgo, la cargo. Demu be to consider someone but the palm dollar banana. Mpoya la hokelgo, la cargo. James go be to consider someone by the palm dollar banana what. So if there's any correction, maybe if you are somebody who understands the language very well and there's any correction somewhere, you can call and call me by this or this number to alert you for corrections. If not, thank you, and as I said, we'll be meeting again for a long meeting. Bye bye for now.